Good morning, everybody. This is Jared Dog. We're about to go live with Bar Comedy USA News. I do this every Tuesday morning, and then it airs on Thursday mornings on 96.7 FM in Rockford, Illinois, with Double T. All right, stick around. I'll be right.
Man, well, here we go. Let's go for it. Rockford's home for classic rock 96.7 The Eagle. Good morning. It's Double T special guest joining me, comedian Jared Dog. Jared Dog, what's happening today, buddy?
Good morning, Double T. Hey, last week I was complaining about the cold weather out here in Las Vegas.
Right,
A little
right.
bit.
How's that treating you?
Well, I don't like to. I shouldn't be complaining. It's not really all that bad. When I realized that I am probably starting to get just a little bit wimpified when I begin to complain about 33-degree weather.
Do you ever sit back and look when you have like a nice day, like, oh, maybe like today would be in the 70s, and then you look back at the Midwest, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, and you see how cold it is here, then you're like, yep, I made the right decision.
I do in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. I'll tell you, in one of the most important ways is it makes my wife a hell of a lot happier.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it, Jared?
That's right. And, at this point in my life, I would much rather see her running around all day long in a short skirt as opposed to snow pants. I'll tell you, Double T, it can be a little challenging getting them snow pants off.
Well, it's time for Bar Comedy USA News with comedian Jared Dog. And live from the news desk, it is comedian Jared Dog. All right, buddy, what do you got today?
Well, on that note, Double T, I have a discussion point for you, and I know you've been around comedy for a long time. You've interviewed a lot of comedians, including famous comedians, names you would recognize, names a lot of people wouldn't recognize. And my discussion topic for Bar Comedy USA News today is, why do you think cold weather makes live comedy more popular?
You know what? I would say because, people, they're looking to go out, but they can't do stuff outside, especially here in the Midwest. So they want to get out and enjoy themselves. They want to laugh because, the winter's depressing. And so they hit their local club, tavern, bar, wherever, and they watch some comedy to put them in a better mood. Where in the summertime, when it's nicer, you got choices. You can go to the lake, you can go swimming, you can go here, you can go there, outside, and we only get so many months to do that. So that would be my idea why, but I'm sure there's a different one, isn't there?
Well, I think you're pretty close to the formula, in that the summertime does give you a lot more choices and things to do, especially in the Midwest. And I bring this up, Double T, because I live here in Las Vegas. It was actually named recently the #1 city for live comedy. And we were talking about earlier that it's pretty much always nice out here, right? But you get outside of Vegas, I don't even think that they know what comedy is in the rest of Nevada.
You know what? It's funny because I think really Las Vegas is an island in Nevada. Without that, it would be a completely different state. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. It's America's playground. It was built that way for a reason. And, I think that the formula of making live comedy work is bringing it to places like the Midwest where there is a lot of more density of population. You get outside of Las Vegas, you're in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I mean, you're a long way. If you drive, and I've done that drive a couple of times, you go from Vegas to California, like L.A. or something, there's not a lot there, and the stops that you see are only really a couple buildings. There's nothing more than that.
That's right. And I think that there's something that has to do with the fact that colder temperatures do make people more alert.
Oh, yeah. That
and
makes sense.
more pissed off.
Yeah, I can agree with both of those, yeah.
And that's, so that's my theory, is that you get into the thick of the winter, the dog days of the winter, the groundhog days of the winter.
Right.
People have cabin fever, and it's either get out and laugh or it's kill the kids.
Yeah, because when it gets super cold, you can't even send them out to go make a snowman or something because it's just way too cold, and they're not keeping their hats and gloves on and stuff.
No, absolutely. And there's just has to do with the fact that in the summertime, it's not just that there's an abundance of choices, but that it can be absolutely miserable to try to watch a performance with sweat in your eyes.
Yeah, it goes to the other extreme here in the Midwest too. You're right.
This last Saturday we had shows all over the Midwest. They were almost all packed, almost all sold out. And some of these places are in the middle of nowhere. They're in the nooks and crannies of America. And in order to get to the show, they actually have to do the drive uphill in 6 feet of snow in a tractor. And if someone's willing to do that to go see a live comedy show, they're desperate for entertainment. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate and love each and every one of them. But good grief, that is someone that is hardcore comedy fan.
You know what, Jared Dog? I've always found, I have some of my best memories of going out in the winter when the weather is horrible. And I think it is because if you're making your way out to go see a comedy show or a band or just hang out, that means you really want to do it and you're looking for a good time. And there's not a lot of people out. So I've always had enjoyable times in bad weather.
The point is, Double T, I think that in the Midwest, and what would you say? The East Coast, the northeast area, wherever it's cold,
Right.
you're going to find good comedy, and you're probably
Oh,
going to
yeah.
find the best comedians. And wherever it's warm is where you're going to find comedians come to die.
Well, I mean, you get a warm place like Vegas or LA or somewhere like that. Yeah, of course, everyone's wants to go there to live because they're cool places. And then you have all these different comedians. So now you got to compete against all these different people doing the same thing, trying to play the same places you are. We're in the Midwest, and if you're doing a comedy show in Garden Prairie or Rock Falls or Beloit or somewhere like that, you're the comedian in town that night, and you are the star of the show.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I speak from experience. And when you are that comedian that night, if you would stick around just a few more days, you could probably be elected mayor.
It's Bar Comedy USA News with comedian Jer Dog. Jer Dog, what do you got coming up, and where can people find you?
Go to barcomedyusa.com, and you can go to jaredoglive.com. You can hear past episodes of Bar Comedy USA. I've got them all archived on there now, Double T.
Ooh, fancy. I love it.
jaredoglive.com.
Nice. Well, go check him out. Jer Dog, thanks so much. Always great chatting with you, buddy.
Likewise.
It's Rockford's home for Classic Rock, 96.7 The Eagle. I'll have to find. I meant to send it to you, and I totally forgot. And maybe you've even seen the story, but there's a Chicago comedian that got arrested for road rage.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I not see that? Okay, that would have been a good one to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can talk about it next week.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I'm gonna Google his name or see.
Comedian.
Joseph.